Oh, hey, it's me again. Looks like I didn't get killed. It's time, I guess, nope, I'm saying all over again.
Welcome to Alley Ridge, your tech news, Monday through Friday. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon to stay up to date with all your tech news and more.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Last Resort, back again, back at it, back to kill the news. Today, we're gonna put a counter in that corner, or maybe that corner, or maybe that corner, or maybe that corner, for every time I say because I'm not very good at this yet, but some reason they keep putting me in front of the camera. Let's get going. All right, so to start things, I clap too much. Clap, clap, clap. It's like I'm syncing. I'm not syncing to anything. I don't know why I clap. It just makes me feel important. All right, so to start things off, we're gonna talk about rumors of the Apple car that have been surfacing online on many different news outlets, but we're gonna talk about one particularly that we found on Mac Rumors. Allegedly, Apple is planning to launch an Apple car sometime between 2023 and 2025, which seems like is pretty far off, but when you really think about it, like 2018 is almost over, and then that would mean 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and then 2023, which when you think about it, I got way too close. When you think about it, really isn't that far off. That's only 5 years, which is crazy to think about because 5 years ago, I was 15. That's pretty weird to think about. Just like how things change, and here I am, giving tech news. I never told you life would be this way. So according to a reputable Apple analyst, Ming-Ching Ku, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm sorry for any of our Asian viewers. Ku believes that there are huge replacement demands in the auto industry, and Apple is planning on filling those shoes. Apple believes that they can have better hardware integration, better software integration, and better whatever integration into a car than most of its competitors. I would imagine that Apple would be competing with companies like Tesla, or any of the higher end like electric car companies that are like, you know, the future. I'm just not looking forward to, you know, having a dashboard that's just all dongles. Because, you know, that's gonna be how it is. There's probably not gonna be a steering wheel. There's probably just gonna be like a touchpad because, you know, they don't believe in buttons or anything protruding from the surface. So you're gonna have to drive like this. It's gonna be dumb and I'm not gonna look forward to it. And I don't know if this bit's funny or not. We'll see what Trevor thinks. Now, moving right along, we're gonna talk about the FCC. Oh, I'm reading. You can see me looking right at my laptop probably because, you know, that is what it is. The fourth wall has been broken. Moving right along, we're gonna talk about the FCC and my favorite person on this planet Earth, Ajit Pai, because, you know, he's a great guy who likes having fun. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock for the past, I would say, year or so, maybe even more than that, you would know that the FCC has repealed internet neutrality, otherwise known as net neutrality. The best analogy for this would be like cable packages. Like, you can have your basic cable, which is like you get 30 channels, you get a bunch of news stations and none of like the higher end channels. Or you can get your premium sports package where you get like all the NFL games. This is a tech channel. All of the football games, in case you don't know what NFL is, and that's demeaning, so we'll see, whatever. So a lot of people are now in turn, or not people, but states are now suing the FCC to basically reinstate net neutrality because basically net neutrality protects the internet and it protects people like us who don't necessarily have a lot of money but want to create content and put it out and have it reach as broad an audience as possible. No, you don't have to pay extra money to see me stand in front of a green screen even though you don't know this is a green screen, clearly, because this is very realistic. You can do that. You can go anywhere you want on the internet. But if the FCC takes away net neutrality, like technically net neutrality is over, it's just the big companies haven't done anything yet because it's going to be something that happens slowly and gradually. Potentially in the next couple of years, we won't be able to go anywhere we want on the internet. You'll have to pay extra to go to sites like YouTube where you're watching this video on. You'll have to pay like money for the social media package so you can go on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you choose. Like, what if Alex Jones had to pay for Tumblr? Like, that'd be ridiculous. That'd be a story I would cover. Alex Jones pays for Tumblr. So basically, to put it in layman's terms, the FCC is saying that you can't sue us because we got rid of the rules that allowed you to sue us, which is basically the equivalent of like, the website that I read this article off of, the analogy that they use is like smashing a vase and then sweeping it under a rug and being like, what vase? I definitely didn't do that. I didn't break anything. This is just, it's the world we live in. We have to fight. Call your local congressman if you want to keep the internet. That's basically the best way of doing things. I did it a bunch of times. He probably got really annoyed by hearing Liam Eastman be like, hey, what's up? My name's Liam Eastman. Don't take away my internet. I gotta watch porn. Not that this will make the final cut. Then again, Trevor's a wild card. Who knows? But anyway, tell me what you think about this whole net neutrality thing. Are you scared of it going away? Do you think nothing's gonna change? Have you called your local congressman? Sound off in the comments down below. Start a discussion. That's what's great about this. That's what's great about having the freedom of the internet, is you can do that. Anybody can go comment down there on those comments right here and say what you think. You can talk about net neutrality. You can talk about any of the topics I talked about today. You can tell me my hair looks bad and I'll be upset. Eric, when can we hire a hair and makeup department? But I gotta look pretty. And now for our last article of the day, article. So now on to our last article of the day. We're gonna talk about how Google employees are protesting the fact that Google is making them build a censored search engine. Censored search engine for China. That's important. It's not just a censored search engine, because you can do that. You can go on Safe Search, which I never have on. Now, what really upset a lot of Google employees about this is that Google did this secretly. They were basically going to people in the company being like, hey, can you make this thing? And then they would go to another part of the company and be like, hey, make this thing. And then they would be combining them together, and they weren't telling people what they were doing, which was really concerning to a lot of Google employees, because Google is normally very transparent with their employees. The Google employees' main issue with that is that they feel that it is ethically and morally wrong to build something like that, to restrict information, to restrict free information to the people of China. Huh, that's funny. Restricting information. That doesn't sound like anything that's potentially going on right now at the FCC. At the time of this news story, over 1,000 Google employees have actually signed the letter that has been going around the company, basically protesting the fact that Google is doing this. Now, the letter reads, to make ethical choices, Googlers need to know what we're building. Right now, we don't. So we, the undersigned, are calling for a code yellow. A code yellow refers to an emergency that affects multiple units within a company on ethics and transparency at Google. Our industry has entered a new era of ethical responsibility. The choices we make matter on a global scale. Yet most of us only learned about Project Dragonfly. That's the secret project that Google is forcing the employees to make that they didn't know about. Yet most of us learned about Project Dragonfly through news reports early August. Dragonfly is reported to be an effort to provide search and personalized mobile news to China in compliance with Chinese government censorship and surveillance requirements. 8 years ago, as Google pulled censored web search out of China, Sergey Brin explained the decision, saying, in some aspects of government policy, particularly with respect to censorship, with respect to surveillance of dissidents, I see some earmarks of totalitarianism. And then it goes on to say, here we address underlying structural problems. Currently, we do not have the information required to make ethically informed decisions about our work, our projects, and our employment. That the decision to build Dragonfly was made in secret and progressed even with the AI principles in place makes clear that principles alone are not enough. We urgently need more transparency, a seat at the table, and a commitment to clear the open process. Google employees need to know what they're building. And then it goes on to list of demands. 1, an ethics review structure that includes rank and file employee representatives, the appointment of, I don't know what that word is, ombuds people? Then 3, a clear plan for transparency sufficient to enable Googlers an individual ethical choice about the work on, and 4, the publication of ethical test cases, an ethical assessment of Dragonfly, Maven, and AirGap GCP with respect to the AI principles and regular official internally visible communications and assessments regarding any new areas of substantial ethical concern. Now, what's interesting is this isn't the first time Google has had employees work on a secret project. They actually had Google employees working for the Pentagon, making AI that basically made weapons better, which is great. Make the robots handle the weapons. That's never gone wrong. Well, I guess it technically has never gone wrong, but like, you know, there's a lot of reasons why I don't trust computers. I'm working for a tech company. That's great. Tell me what you think about all of the articles that I brought up today down in the comments below. Again, smash that like button if you like me. Smash that like button if you don't like me. Smash that dislike button if you think I'm a great person. And I'll see you whenever I do the news again. Oh, and subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day. Oh, also, not that big of a deal, and I don't know if I'm allowed to do this or not. Follow me on Twitter at LEastman12. Great stuff. I'm trying to go viral, trying to make it so I don't have to work anymore. I want to be an influencer, and I can do it with the help of all of you. Thanks. Have a great day.